welcome to this special episode. Hello, I'm Gamer1745, and of course we're playing Hearts of Iron 3's Black Ice 10.41. And I did just say special episode because my good friend Eric is going to take this episode and edit it down to what he thinks is going to be the best elements of this, and for the best flow of watching, viewing, and not missing things. So we're going to do this. Love to have your feedback on this, whether the idea of editing down and how good a job he does, because I know he wants constructive criticism if you have it. If you think it sucks, fine. Tell him why you think it sucks, if it does. I don't think it will. I'm giving him complete freedom of choice on how to edit this. So we will continue here. Okay, well, let's see. I want to get right now, and yes, I did cheat in money because I'm not going to talk about a lot of this. I believe resources are important during a war like this, and which include labor and production, and how many ICs you have. In essence, we want a Ministry of War. Yes, we'll build this, and not money, because you just print more of it, and a whole lot of stuff. And I'll go into that maybe some other time, some other day. Battle Mets, yes, we have also, and I talked to the current lead developer for Black Ice, and he thought he has said he had vivid memories of getting rid of the event. And I know, working with a shared production group, as well as, quite honestly, and it's not their fault because he's inherited it, the chaoticness of, you can drive down here, just Black Ice as it is, that you can actually squash a bug and then not realize that, or squash an event or whatever, and not realize that it is still in the game. Okay, so we've won a bunch of these places here. They're not doing well. We are bringing up some mountain units to fight in the mountains. What do you know? Okay, good. So they've secured the city again. These guys are pushing down. These guys are pushing west, actually. Fortunately, don't know if this is Romania not having enough fuel, or me not having enough fuel in the reserve there. And then I'll do this right now on camera. Well, I just wanted, let's give it 2,000. I'm not trying to change the outcome of the game. I just want to get this, because we are, I was going to say producing enough. Fuel production is an element of supply production. And so maybe we should have more supply production. Let's deploy, because we may need them out here the most. I think we don't want to put quite on the front line. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, I want to look here. Supply. Okay, I want to drop them on a province with there we go. Good general, but I think we'll just go with a bit more conventional. And can we find an HQ? There we go, to attach them to. Okay, well, that'll be a pretty formidable division once it gets organized. Okay, so now we have the Imperial War Ministry, which gives us +5 organization of land, air, naval, and plus 10% reinforcement bonuses. I figured the other one was Feared National Police Headquarters, which reduces revolt risk, but now some areas will have like maybe, well, here or some areas may have a minimum revolt risk that you can't go below. So that's always a thing to be concerned with. Okay, twin engine transport plane prototype has advanced. Let's come over here and there, we'll stop that. And direct fire unit by NERPs. There we are. Let's stop that. Well, you know what we're going to do is, because we've been doing some espionage, but we've completely down to 0. So we're going to reduce this just a bit. Okay, not a lot. That way we'll get a few more spies coming in. I did that. Okay, those are the motor torpedo codes. Okay, yeah, the reason I gave it 2,000 fuel again, not really to cheat. Yes, it was cheating it in, but just to see if that changed that. Okay, good. At least they've now caught up to here. Good. Though we are cut off from here now. Not happy that we are fighting in here. We still have plenty of supplies, but I am a little more worried about, now they do have a huge, well, 5 brigades of infantry there with anti-tank and artillery, and well, 13 HQs, 11 look like good strength, though they may be low organization level. We can't see that. There. I was going to say, okay, no, we keep pushing because they look like they're about ready to collapse. Because if I can get that, cut off their rear supply way there. I know they still have the port potentially. Supplies. They're going to come and support that. These guys are defending here. Yeah, that's all right. Now we are attacking out here against them, supported. They're falling back, which is okay. We can take a quick look at what's going on out here. There had been some scripted invasions down here. It looks like the British/Dutch. As the British sort of take over for the Dutch here, but you see the Dutch units look like they snuffed them out. But here, presumably, Japan is flowing supplies in well enough here. They've got Singapore, though. This little thing out here, Rio Archipelago, I don't know. Which I like that, or probably not, but I don't know. Don't know enough to say it shouldn't be there. Japan's still shifting a lot of, and some decent forces, it looks like, at least decent infantry divisions and such, to help deal with Burma. Got the Solomon, a little bit locked up there. Did they ever take out Guam out here? Where is it? Which one of these? Is this Guam? No. Yeah. Here. Okay, so they got Guam. They're doing a southern Philippines first strategy. Okay. I don't know, some people are wondering why some of these battles are taking us so long, quote unquote. Well, for them running out of supplies. Partially, you do sort of have to understand to some degree, and I don't want to, there's way too many subs here in the Mediterranean, Soviet ones, that there's very few days. We're more moving forward hour by hour. There was one there, infantry division shattered. Okay, well, you're no longer attacking, but come here. We're going to come in and support that division that's just about ready to shatter. guys and you guys attack. You both have cavalry regiments. So it shouldn't, unless they're super well dug in, be too much of a problem for them. Okay, well, off the battle off the Finnish coast. Took out a couple submarines and a destroyer here. Look like they're in good shape, and those guys are in good shape. Good. Let's, instead of pushing into there, let's push here to see if we can cut these guys off. It looks like we're getting the Cherbourg Peninsula back under control, which is useful. Part of the key to all of these movements is to not let them get well organized, keep them off balance. Okay, light bomber prototype. And that is great output. Well, we can do medium fuel tank. Oh, well, no, we are still in a deficit because we moved more to spies. Battle of Le Mans. Now, did they do auto racing at Le Mans back then? I don't know. I know the Nürburgring was definitely done during the Third Reich era. Okay, you're holding, you're the one that just got placed there. They need a break. They also need a break. Who's asked, why don't I close this pocket? Well, God, yeah, I want to close the pocket. There's one there, good. They're pushing there, good. One in Amiens. Oh, 3 destroyers down. Good. You know, both these guys, they can head back here for a little while. After that, we still have a bunch of guys going after their subs that are here, but we'll send them back to port for a little. Let's put those on interception duties. Now, I'm not worried if these guys can get to Novo, whatever. I'm not worried about this getting cut off here because obviously we can supply straight through here. That in and of itself is not a problem. But they've left Grozny open. And oh good, we have them, they finally made it across that river. You come up to Grozny since it's open, we'll cut these guys off. These guys are moving up that way. Well, let's keep coming to here, which are almost there across that river, then into the mountains to blunt their movement. See, here we are flying in supplies from Iran, which helps a lot. Okay, here we are pushing on them here. And it's good for the AI to be worried about these other fronts. You can support that attack. I know you're exhausted. Okay, good. Just got down here. They're deciding to counterattack, which means all of these guys. No, they have. No, there we just clicked in the C zone. Hit their rear. Okay, Secretary of Public Information and Education is advanced. That is good, and we will stop that there. And where liaison? We'll stop that. I'd rather do some of these 42 techs. If, when, well, I think we are now, yeah, just barely being able to blow up into the positive. do that. Core command structure is advanced. And that's grayed out. Okay. Okay, let's just come here and kick this into high gear. Okay, we're going to do that. Now let's, just to make sure these things get worked on in something of a priority, time-wise, things nearer to completion. Because if we're, you know, moving 100 or so, well, it's 50 or so, plus a little shift of their stuff down, away from here. Yeah, we don't want to stop production there, but we want to focus on things that will get done sooner. Yeah. That I'm hoping, because I do know, because we can see how much is used, how much is into the network, and then we see down at the bottom of the green there, 3,000 being returned to the stockpile. There's more, I do believe, lost in this system of things. I know how, at least on paper, I could design the system better than we see here. There's a lot of that is HQ units that we're getting, which aren't necessarily good combat units, but a lot moving around. I don't know if I can do a better, or I know I can't do a better programming of a system than what we have here, but I could do better on paper. Just drawing out how they would think supplies would work. Okay, I know we're attacking into a fort and all, but let's see if we can take that. We're being hit by quite a lot. Oh good, we finally made it into there. Oh, this division, though I don't think it's really one of the Africa Corps, it's one of those light forces, which I make partially because, well, no, that isn't terribly light. No, that's just a motorized force with Stugs. That is not a light division. I don't know why it was called that, just because of the motor regiment maybe up front. Really wish the Black Ice team. I like all the incremental developments. You know, not like, hey, either have this or don't. No, you get it more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And the various techs. Well, let's just start at the top and make sure we got all of those done. The various techs increase things a little bit. Check this one out, yeah. But cumulatively, they're getting too big. So what I would do is make the increases smaller. Because some of these divisions may be shattering on the defense, and then maybe I agree with that. But too many of them are shattering on the attack. Like that division should have no more offensive capabilities. It's just too disorganized to go on the offensive. That one is not too disorganized to go on the offensive. Okay, we probably have. There we do. Okay, you guys come over to. Let's look for a supplied airbase. Okay, that looks pretty good. You come over here. How is Flieger Corps fighter. Okay. You guys here. Let's see about moving you to here. Okay, you've made it to here from an earlier movement. I really love, well, some elements of Wave 4. One of them being that you can like send an air unit to there, you know, order its movement, and then order its what it's going to do once it gets there. Like, oh yeah, do air interception once you're there. So I don't have to come back and, oh, well, now that you've finished moving, now I'm going to order you to do something. Okay, now we're going to put these guys just on night. Now, probably should move some of those others to passive. Okay, well, you drive into there. You're moving faster than those garrison units. Now you're having trouble, so you come there. Well, it's an HQ unit. No wonder it's still having trouble fighting there. Yeah, it wasn't so much for me, at least, that, oh, this is so hard, you know, having the partisan rise up. It was just so unhistorical is why I was having such vehement reaction to it. I'm glad to hear they're going to, or trying to get rid of it. You keep moving into there, you keep moving to there, you keep attacking here. They're defending. They got reinforcements into there, so we're going to stop pushing into Grozny against that with that unit in particular. Okay, daily descent propaganda failed. Well, we've lost the effect of that. Good. One there. Twin engine fighter prototypes, nice. Well, let's look at some of our tactical doctrines and see if any of these should get priority to be done. And so, I mean, just the things like this is, okay, greater organization and greater morale for these units. The air liaison. Let me say this. I don't entirely understand the thinking. Well, okay, I get Blitzkrieg doctrine. I get the idea of better coordination between ground and air units. Okay, I completely get that. That is not. Now this is where I see this as being better in that ground attack efficiency. I don't know how organization and morale really sets it in as opposed to fighter pilot training for and ground crew is just sort of a, you know, better ground crew. Yeah, I can see that makes your pilots better morale in that you have more trust in the mechanical repairs of your aircraft. You have more trust in that the guns are properly, you know, loaded and, you know, all of that stuff. So yeah, I can see. So better ground crew better ground crew training can make the unit, you know, the guys that are actually doing the fighting, the pilots, those, as well as the other air crews potentially, because if you're looking at, you know, most fighter planes are single person, but you know, some casts, you know, like the Stuka has the rear gunner guy, and than other twin engines. Those are normally, I guess you could call though it's a twin engine fighter, sort of interceptor. I don't necessarily like their terms for some of the stuff in this. I'm just saying Hearts of Iron. Or not, yeah, Hearts of Iron. An interceptor versus a fight. Yeah, I don't know. But the ME-10 or ME-110, is a 2, but that's a twin engine. I know. But yeah, heavy fighter, because that would be heavy fighter. So yeah, some of these would have multiple crews. So yeah, okay, so I get the idea that this is increasing organization, better training, so it's more organized, as opposed to how many pilots and how many aircraft are in a particular unit, is it being gutted like we see. So it's organization. I get this, and I get this. Okay, that I completely get. Now, I'm not saying that this is wrong. I'm just going, I don't understand it. There's a difference between Panzerkeil. Well, there's maybe a reason to go for that. I don't know. But I'm not saying this is wrong. Now, what I am sort of saying is that your physical losses, these aircrafts being gutted, and the reduction of organization and or morale of that particular unit, should this be 4% improvement, or should this be right now a total of 2%, each one going up 0.5% or whatever? That's what I'm talking about with a lot of these toughness and different things, is that there's been inflation of values, that you have more. Even on the defense, you're maybe having too much in the way of shattering of units. Okay, it looks like they're going to shatter on us, which is fine. Now, if they don't shatter so much, but just simply lose organization, well, yeah, that's meaning they're no longer an effective fighting force. Doesn't mean that they're all dead. Okay, you just come to here and push into here, I think. Okay, big pile of units here. Okay, well, I think we're going to take this opportunity to end the episode here. I want to thank so much Erik for editing this. I very much look forward to watching to see, not to see like does he do good or not. I think he's going to do great. It just how it's going to turn out, what he's going to decide to cut and leave in, and how much. That is very interesting to me, to see how other people think things should go. So I look forward to that. And of course, hey, if you haven't already, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Yes, and post comments. See you next time for more, yes, even more Hearts of Iron.